Oh yeah, man. Whenever you're ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Viner Room proudly presents FlowPoetry.
Right on, right on. Good to be here at the Vinyl Room. Thank you to Tim, Joel, the whole crew for making a space where people can express themselves in all the ways that they want to. And my name's FlowPoetry, Madison, Wisconsin. Happy to be here. Bring that back up just a touch back into the room here. Yeah, there we go. And super excited to present some poems tonight. So we're going to just get on with it. A 100 times 100 sold. 1,000,000 irons placed on my soul. I'd sing Amazing Grace if I could remember the words. I'd leave this junk and soar like a bird. When I saw her that first time, my eyes dimmed. Burned flowers and ships flying sails of myrrh. I'd recite the Lord's Prayer if I thought it would work. To fall so far from heaven to earth. Now pain and more pain and streets filled with blood. I'd walk through the valley of shades if I only knew the way. Reach up and smack the sun in the face at the break of day. We are all connected. We are all connected. We are all connected. We are all connected. What I do influences you, and what you do influences me, and what he does influences her, and what she does influences him. We are all connected. All connected. We are all connected. All connected. Within Indra's net, 1,000 jewels reside. Of this we are sure. Within the folds of silence, 1,000 jewels burst forth. Of this we are sure. Within the lap of the lake, a flock of fish frolic fancily. Of this we are sure. Within the cradle of music, thousands danced out their sorrows and they prayed for peace. Of this we are sure. Within the next wave, a flow will flow just as it flows now flow. Of this we are sure. Within the apocalyptic resonance of this shout, 10,000 sparkling daisies will bloom at the end of a gun and force their roots down through the barrel in order to make love to the trigger. Of this we are sure. Within the blink of an eye, 50,000 died, millions more put in prison to never return. Of this we are sure. Within the time it takes a roller coaster to crest the second to the largest rise at an amusement park, 1,000 damselflies will take wing and spread light into the sun. Foolish, yes, but of this we are sure. Within the time a word is spoken, or within the space it takes to pour a pot of tea, a roundness. We are all connected. We are all connected. What I do influences you, and what he does influences me, and what she does influences him, and what he does influences her. We are all connected. I went to see Gary Snyder Reid to see how he tied his shoes, but he wore boots without any laces. And when he poured water into a drinking glass wobbly atop a stool, with of course one of the 3 legs shorter than the other, he didn't spill a drop. And he cut off 2 heads, and he didn't answer the questions he didn't want to. And he said, "This present moment will live in the future as long ago. This present moment will live in the future as long ago, and so it will, as will this one and the next one and the next one and the next one and the next one, and my head rang like a wind chime. And he sang stories of bear scat. Later, I dreamed I was hanging out with Gary Snyder. I said, I'm interested in Buddhism. He said he wasn't interested in Buddhism. He was interested in insect repellent. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Hey, I hope you guys are doing okay out there. If you're tuning in, it is live from the vinyl room. Here we are, Black Circle Records, doing our thing on FlowPoetry, just spinning some poems. We're going to keep going. I do bits and pieces of this one woven into a lot of stuff in my sets, but rarely do I read it from start to finish. So I thought this would be a fine place to do that. It's called Swirl Elixir. It's a little bit of a longer one, so drift in and out at your own peril. Huddled shoulders at the source of the miracle mile magnificent. Gathering of doves, cold and tired. A hand painted smile. Swirl elixir, swirl elixir, swirl elixir, swirl. Halloween happened yesterday. Tonight we wear no masks. Swirl elixir, swirl elixir, swirl elixir, swirl. No veil or lace covering face. We simply gaze upon each other with nary a not even trace of guile or charade. It's all complete grace. Swirl elixir, swirl. Swirl elixir, swirl. Halloween happened yesterday. Tonight we wear no masks. Swirl elixir, swirl elixir, swirl elixir, swirl. Faces free from that bind. Tonight we can't, but be kind. So lend me your ear, draw close and creep near. Step forward, pace. Tonight it's all complete grace. Swirl elixir, swirl, swirl elixir, swirl. Set loose your mind, swirl. It is a matter of openness, of willing to fall free from the forces that pull on us all achingly slow. Eland savanna shriek hoot haunts an owl. A wooden shack rots down on the stoop of a pumpkin. Mainsail unlashed from the mast like a shade billows. A weeping willow waves whispers over a pool glassine. It is a matter of openness, of float and twist along the Mississippi and the riverboats that ride. In brown water, an eddy curls in ever-increasing white-bubbled spiral. A raft of twigs whirls down slippery elm seed and becomes an island. Every mud of clump of mud on the banks of the mud flats is a universe. A man dangles by his pants out over a pipestone bluff. 14 hawks ride an updraft to an anvil black thunderhead clap. 18 prairie dogs guffaw. They roll in the dust. It is a matter of openness, of mind releasing and worry fleeing. A sugar crystal candy orange slice melting in the stroboscopic sun. A picnic table overturned and streaming with worker ants. A crimson cocoon snaps autumn at daybreak. A barefooted wanderer striding up on the high road. A fuchsia flecked snowflower in a meadow of fuchsia flecked snow in a meadow of fuchsia flecked snowflower. Swirl, elixir, swirl, swirl, elixir, swirl, twirl, my love, and dance unending. Speak in rhymes that drip indigo, vertigo, molasses laugh, sparkling opal, moonstrum tears plashed forth from pirouette plunge into dreams. We both dream anew. Swirl. It is a matter of openness, of drifting sideways, horizontal to black hole, B-flat, symphonic thump. Paddle ahead of the typhoon surge, high tide threatening. Light a storm lantern of love in an Illinois corn maze. Shout peace off the end of Navy Pier, and then sit strapped on the Ferris wheel, neon red, white, and blue blinking tubes for spokes. And when I got to the top, my seat turned over upside down and hung over Lake Michigan upside down. And I looked at Chicago upside down, and the Sears Tower upside down, and the Wrigley Building upside down, and Buckingham Fountain upside down, slooshed into Lake Michigan and flooded Grant Park. And my heart kept pumping, though I thought it would shiver, upside down, as the blood fell from my feet to my brain, upside down, until the wheel began to spin upside down, to the bottom again, upside down. And I walked through Hawkers and Gawkers upside down, and rode on the L 3 times around the upside down loop, till I spun to the south side, to Chinatown upside down, and went into Everlasting Life Palace, and every fortune cookie read, leap first, then look. How can I describe the lying in wait in a room dark with silence and the windows all closed? How can I describe the sun waltzing in splendor like a gold flake drifting through a moat of desire? In a room dark with silence and the windows all closed sits a man drowning in the carpet he wove with his own hands, stuck on the loom he has built with his own hands, swimming through the warp and the weft of his own weave-in, caught on the thread which will unravel his being, busted on the slide when he wasn't even looking, lost loaded on the edge of a silence magnificent, drained of his pain by the ink he is writing, devoured by the truth that he's just like another, speared by a narwhal that glides through the darkness at a depth of 108,000 fathoms under the sea. It is a matter of openness and receiving. Some wish it were more simple, a matter of not. Iridescent Shibuya schoolgirl dances with prowlers and reaches for light she is wearing. In Kyoto, a man laughs as he cuts off his arm and places it bleeding on the ground as an offering. Near Gogo-on, a monk points at the moon and mistakes his finger for a cat's tail, wondering. In a tea house, by a fire of the purest pine pitch, Sen no Rikyu laughs as he pours, sings tea is just tea. In England, at the university, they are changing the letters. The first and the last, but the middle holds fast. On the radio, in the bookstore, at 9 in the morning, a man tells me that he couldn't sleep at 3 in the morning, but he smiles as he says it, 'cause at 4 in the morning he drifts nodding off to slumber, knows the music is still there. It is a matter of openness, cascading mind down gravel-strewn slope. A lace-wing fire escape lady languishes on a cell phone. By the pond, by the ta, the reeds clack incessantly. Within the space of this moment, a new moment is born. Puddles rise, foggy dew, in the hollows of roadside concavity. Swirl, elixir, swirl. Swirl, elixir, swirl, a bugler playing taps through a digital horn. Can't chip a note. He can't sound forlorn. At the end of the day, swirl. All right, right on. I need my water. Well, I hope we're having fun. I hope you're digging this. I'm excited to be here. Made it through the snow and the wet roads and everything. Got in a little bit early and just had a chance to chill and dig the vibe at Black Circle Records, doing amazing things for Wisconsin music. And thank you guys for opening the space. Long distance runner, what you standing there for? Get up, get out of the door. The flame from your stage has now spread to the floor. You gave all you had, why you want to give more? Dragon with matches is loose on the town, takes a whole pail of water just to cool him down. Fire on the mountain, it's running around. What doesn't go up can never come down. Almost a fade, still you don't feel the heat. Takes all you got just to stay on the beat. You say it's a living, we all gotta eat. But you're here alone, there's no one to compete. If mercy's in business, I wish it for you. More than just ashes when your dreams come true. Fire on the mountain, it's running around. What doesn't go up can never come down. Long man, blind man, call off your dogs. This ain't a hole, just a haul in the log. Over the frying pan into the fire. Over the rat trap and under the wire. Gotta pick it up heavy, lay it down clean. Gotta play it down dirty, lay it back clean. Fire on the mountain, it's running around. What doesn't go up can never come down. I had a black cat once. Even she left me. Said I was unlucky. I got the blues, I got the blues. All I got is a black cat for a friend. I got the blues, I got the blues. All I got is a black cat for a friend. I get the feeling, brothers and sisters, we ain't nowhere near the end. I'm so blue, a black cat done crossed my path. I'm so blue, a black cat done crossed my path. When you get two and you take away one, well, even a poor boy can do that math. I got the blues, I got the blues. I've been running under ladders just to get there quick. I got the blues, I got the blues. I've been running under ladders just to get there quick. Gotta see that brother with that all sweet sticky stick. I got the blues, I got the blues. I open umbrellas indoors when the roof starts to leak. I got the blues, I got the blues. I open umbrellas indoors when the roof starts to leak. Yeah, they say to inherit the earth, well, a strong man gotta be weak. I'm so blue, I'm out here all alone. I'm so blue, I'm out here all alone. Why'd I have to ramble? Why'd I leave my happy home? I'm so blue, I've been sleeping in the weeds. I'm so blue, I'm sleeping in the weeds. In the morning, gonna move on, gonna dream that I am free. Lou Reed. They say he didn't have an enemy, and his was a greatness to behold. He was the last surviving progeny, the last one on this side of the world, and they say he measured 1/2 mile from tip to tail, silver and black with powerful fins. And they say he could split a mountain in two, and that's how we got the Grand Canyon. Last great American whale, last great American whale. Now, some folks say they saw him off the coast of Florida, and others say they saw him in the Great Lakes. And my mother said she saw him in Chinatown, but you can't always trust your mother. Off the coast of the Carolinas, the sun shines brightly in the day, and that lighthouse glows ghostly at night. The chief of a local Indian tribe killed a racist mayor's son, and he'd been on death row since 1958. Now that mayor's kid was a rowdy pig. He spit on Indians and much worse. So that old chief buried a hatchet in his head. Life compared to death for him seemed worse. And the tribal brothers gathered at the lighthouse to sing, and they conjured up a storm and rain, and the harbor parted, and a great whale sprang full up and caused a tidal wave. Now the wave crushed the jail and freed the chief, And that crowd let out a roar. The whites were drowned, the browns and reds set free, but sadly, one thing more. Some local yokel member of the NRA, well, he kept a bazooka in his living room. And thinking he had that chief in his sights, blew out that whale's brains with a lead harpoon. Last great American whale. He was the last great American whale. Now, some folks don't care too much for beauty, land and water the least. And animal life is low on the totem pole, and human life not worth more than infected yeast. And some folks don't care too much for anything. They'll piss in a river and pour battery acid in a stream. They'll watch dead rats wash up on a beach, and then they complain that they can't swim. Well, they say that things are done for the majority. Hey, don't believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. It's like my painter friend Donald said to me, stick a fork in their ass and turn them over. They're done. The great Lou Reed, yeah, right?
Yeah, very cool.
This one's called Terpsichore. It's Terpsichore was the mother of the sirens, right? So the music that we hear that draws us in goes all the way back to the goddesses singing on the rock, luring the sailors to their fate. Terpsichore was their mother, so this is for her. Johnny Techno don't rock, just pop. Machine beat bop down at the hop. Silver string strum can't make him stop. Jump, jam, jive, Mr. Lollipop. And Eddie Punk don't smile, just skunk. Spit stain into the slam he slunk. Drum thump thunder won't ease his funk. Slime street strut, Mr. Bag of Junk. And Hayward House don't dance, just depraves. Ridge rides, trance prance to the rave. Jericho horns seal up his cave. Glance can tell, no one robs this grave. Georgie Jam don't jazzy, just glam. Noodle-headed runaway on the lamb. Crystalline cord can't crease his cram. Ground score tweak, Mr. Swirly Scam. Kit Computer don't think, just blink. Plastic Lair sit and stare, can't see ink. Enter delete, won't deodor his stink. Corporate shine, monolithic fink. And Terpsichore just sit and sigh. So many lost sailors passing by. Cloud, flow, tree, breeze, soaring sky. Gaze in the water, never wonder why. I want to do a little bit of some westerny tinged things, I think. Yeah. Morning doves and rains fall, but that don't mean I'll worry at all. No, I won't worry at all. Thunder crashes, waves will dash. Thunder crashes, waves will dash. Thunder crashes, waves will dash. So lash the mast and hold on fast. Might break your back, so lash down fast. Might hurl some salt into your eyes. Might boil the seas and drown your cries. I might dance an earthquake. I might ring a bell. I might sing till morning. Might wish you well. Thunder crashes, waves will dash. Thunder crashes, waves will dash. So lash the mast and hold on fast. Detroit pounder done jump the tracks. Once you're gone, no sense going back. Big black train headed for that load. Stoke that fire, boys. Shovel more coal. Now Elijah Boyd left town in 48. Spit goodbye, headed out that gate, climbed aboard that last westbound freight, drew an ace to his aces and eights. And some say hide, boy, and some say run, and some say peace at the end of a gun. Ain't no use carrying on that way. Everyone knows you got to kneel to pray. I'll get you high, boys, get you high. Head in the clouds, feet touch the sky. Elijah Boyd's living fine, not asking why. Westbound whistle, gonna testify. Oh, that westbound whistle, gonna testify. Within the mountains we laid us down, with snow for a pillow and a blanket made of ice. Easy Jim, Omaha Slim, and I. A 3-day ride, a 3-day chase, stealing gold out of Sacramento. You'd better be prepared to bleed. Have you once felt your horse gallop in fright, and the wind on your neck made you scream? Have you once heard a bullet pass by in the night, and it snarled and spit through the bounce back of its quick silver gleam? We faced an eagle on an outcropping above the tree line. Watched for dust trails in the valley until we grew blind. I loaded my Remington in the saddle and dodged shot from behind. Stealing gold out of Sacramento, you'd better be prepared to bleed. Now, Omaha Slim had that look in her eyes, just like the night she ran the table. A look like that makes a man scared in bed. It's like lying on your back next to a knife wrapped in sable. And Easy Jim, the cowpoke from the coast, well, he was a strange one to contemplate. Didn't drink or smoke, grew up irate. Stealing gold out of Sacramento, you'd better be prepared to bleed. Now gold to the left and gold to the right, sometimes it's all I can think of. Death to the left and death to the right, sometimes it's all I can think of. A bullet to the left and a bullet to the right, sometimes it's all I can think of. A wink to the left and a blink to the right. Oh, there are some things that no one should speak of. Within the mountains I laid me down, with snow for a pillow and a blanket made of ice. Thanks, man. All right, I'm gonna do a few more. We'll keep it going, I guess. We're going okay. I'm feeling good. You guys doing all right? You're enjoying? It's a lot of words, but I hope it comes across musical from time to time. And
Very cool.
right on. I went down to Willie Nelson's 4th of July picnic. I was one of the maybe it was Further or something like that. I can't remember, or The Dead or something like that. Right. And me and my buddy went down there. My dear friend Jim Blumenthal, who's no longer with us, I miss him greatly. And we took a road trip, and this one came out of it. It's called Boomland. Impressions of it, I guess I would say. Redolent with the breath of the viper rattle, covered in the sandstone shake of tombstone, layered by the whip of the gunfighter from Sonora, strewn in the grass under the apple tree in back, bathed in the creek of a sparkling diamond, dipped in the ice of the foothills at night, dropped to a knee in a whorehouse in autumn, gazed still smiling when I shot my first man. The second one rose, and I blinked no more. The third tried knocking, tried to tear down the door. I would have let him in. All he had to do was ask. That cowboy got no manners. I had to. Boomland, apocalyptic noodle, Boomland, noodle apocalyptic, apocalyptic noodle, apocalyptic noodle, apocalyptic noodle, apocalyptic noodle, noodle apocalyptic, noodle apocalyptic, noodle apocalyptic, noodle apocalyptic, apocalyptic noodle, apocalyptic noodle, apocalyptic noodle, apocalyptic noodle, noodle apocalyptic, noodle apocalyptic, noodle apocalyptic, noodle apocalyptic. Hey, buy five, get one free. TNT, Hippie Hollow, Colorado River, Canyon Creek, Ranch Road, Hudson Bend, Travis County, Bee Cove, Texas, population 656, Creek, Chaparral, Boomland, apoplectic apoplexy, Boomland, apocalyptic noodle, Hugs and Varmints, Paleface Ranch, home of Red Brangus, Fall Creek Cemetery, Boomland, Noodle Apocalyptic, Boomland, Apocalyptic Noodle. Yeah, Hydroponic Joe said he might have to fight some rednecks. If you wanted to look, all you had to do was ask. If you say something interesting, I just might take some notes. If you get in my way, might have to... Boomland, apoplectic apoplexy. Boomland, apocalyptic noodle, apocalyptic noodle, apocalyptic noodle, apocalyptic noodle, noodle apocalyptic, noodle apocalyptic, noodle apocalyptic, noodle apocalyptic, apoplectic apoplexy, apoplectic apoplexy, apocalyptic noodle, apocalyptic noodle, Boomland, sunset, rainbow. They had to wake that old boy up. A frog going to the rail, hopping. Hey, I'm gonna build a ramp up on a mountain. Gonna take a drink from De Leon's fountain. Don't need no hand, man. Got a plan, man. Get that flashlight out of my face, man. Gonna get high. Today is my day. Gonna see your 5, raise you 10K. Falling forward, going towards it. Gonna step right up and stomp the drop. Build a ladder up to the sky. The earth looks flat, and I don't know why. Pleased to meet ya and to greet ya. Stacked my deck for one more play, yeah? Fly to the South Pole, go down under, lay some paper, say okay. So hey, Monday and your Tuesday, gonna shred my way and stomp the drop. So take your fakie and your front side, take your ollie and your rail slide. I got next, man. Put on your Vans, man. Scorch the runway, won't be landing. I got my way, I'll have my day. Tell the rest, catch 'em out on payday. Climbing higher, getting lighter. Gonna just smile and stomp the drop. Now I know my poetry's fresh, 'cause I got it like that. A spontaneity of prosody running through my brain again. And you keep sleeping in my top hat. So just keep grinning at me, 'cause I got everything to be grateful for. So keep on grinning at me like that. And I know I have a new poetry, just like all poetry is new. A bopsody of rhapsody running through my brain again. And I keep shouting my verse at you. There's flowers growing from my hands. And every petal shouts the truth. And I know the days are long, and I know the price is steep, and I know the sun is strong, and that some hearts can be weak. And it just flows out of me. It's like a symphony orchestrated by a conductor with a baton up his sleeve. I can't even breathe. Goofy-footed boots and a buckle made of sterling. Alive on a mountain, and a wave gently curling. Yellow leaves of autumn, and poets strolling, singing. Cars gliding homeward, and blue lights blinking. Bass thumps in trunks, and day-old cold coffee. Shuttle bus service, Thai temple jade ring the red line to Belmont, Ruby Port sweetly drinking. This frigate's rockin'! We won't never be sinking. Aw, scuttle the ship, me hearties, the rats have all left. They've taken the golden rings, the lifeboats and vests. The next wave that rolls by will surely be the last. The next wave that rolls by will surely be the last. Swim till your arms break, Mary Poppins on acid. Row like a convict, ratted out by a bastard. Tickle Me Elmo was eaten by Barney. Sabbath wears corduroy and a sweater in chapel. Playboy bunnies in habits with stiletto eyelashes. 54 years old, still death and taxes. Puking on sidewalks and surveyed by security. If your canoe's burning, don't bother running to me. Scuttle the ship, me hearties, the rats have all left. They've taken the golden rings, the lifeboats and vests. The next wave that rolls by will surely be the last. The next wave that rolls by will surely be the last. Fall in the air and the clack of the L. Mana receding on Broadway at midnight. The parking lot overrun by thieves with badges. Selling silver bangles, white cargo vans at the back door, 2 blocks to the lakeshore, 6 street lamps burning brightly, street dust and grit and panhandlers from Nigeria, djembe drummers slam and angels dumpster dive. You'd better keep on bailing if you want to stay alive. Now daisy-headed creep is so syrup when done slowly. Maisie-hearted weep, and a Mai Tai in a tiki hut. Sparkle-footed leap like a magenta violin string. I bring to your home on the salt flats a glass of water and a parasol. I bring to Bonneville blue flame at Mach 1. All right, so I'm going to do one more, but before I do that, it's awesome. Thank you again for having me down here. I appreciate it. Thank you. Clappy, clappy for all the production, Joel and Tim, the gang. You can find me on Facebook primarily, FlowPoetry on Facebook. Couple things that I've got in the works. I do have my second book is out. It's called Compression. That's available online through the Facebook page or at lulu.com. You just go there, search FlowPoetry. It'll pop up. New live joints on Bandcamp. Again, FlowPoetry Bandcamp. I uploaded all my sets from last summer at the Majestic, and they sound good and get a sense of what I've been doing. A couple shows coming up. February 14th, Valentine's Day show at the Harmony Bar in Madison with the Earthlings and Sweet Delta Dawn, who are going to be here. Yes, yes. And then February 18th, our monthly open mic at the High Noon Saloon, which has just gotten started and is already a real blast. So big stage open for the community to come in and blast and hear themselves up there. So please stay in touch. Again, FlowPoetry, thanks again to all of you guys for tuning in, and definitely want to stay in touch and check out everything that's going on down at the Vinyl Room at Black Circle Records. All right, so here we are. Might as well spin a little bit of Jim Morrison into the room, right? Let's end it with Jim Morrison. So this is the Ghost song, Jim Morrison. Awake, shake dreams from your hair, my pretty child, my sweet one. Choose the day and choose the sign of your day, the day's divinity, first thing you see. A vast, radiant beach in a cool, jeweled moon. Couples naked race down by its quiet side. And we laugh like soft, mad children, smug in the woolly cotton brains of infancy. The music and voices are all around us. Choose, they croon, the ancient ones. The time has come again. Choose now, they croon, beneath the moon, beside an ancient lake. Enter again the sweet forest. Enter the hot dream. Come with us. Everything is broken up and dances. Indians scattered on dawn's highway bleeding. Ghosts crowd the young child's fragile eggshell mind. We have assembled inside this ancient insane theater to propagate our lust for life and flee the swarming wisdom of the streets. The barns have stormed, the windows kept, and only one of all the rest to dance and save us from the divine mockery of words, music, inflames temperament. O great creator of being, grant us one more hour to perform our art and perfect our lives. We need great golden copulations. When the true king murderers are allowed to roam free, 1,000 magicians arise in the land. Where are the feast we are promised? All right, so there you go, a little Jim Morrison from my heart, deep in my soul. And thanks again. It's a blast to be here and keep doing what you're doing. And all of you out there, thanks for tuning in and keep doing what you're doing. We'll see you again soon.
Very cool.
All right.
Great job, man.
Thanks, man.